Alright, welcome back to more Final Fantasy. We're now here with Mid. She smells nice. So, today's agenda, we got some side quests to do before we go after Hugo Kupka again. Gotta give him a hand, you know? I mean, yes, rather hands. That was a bad joke. And also, recap, Torgal here, he a Digimon now. He digivolved for some reason. Sid's daughter is here. Best daughter ever, by the way. Smells so fucking nice. And that's it. That's all. That's all that happened during the previous stream. Let's fucking go. Right, let's start with this quest over here. What the fuck do you want, Rodrigo?
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigo.
Taya has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there as many die as recover.
Wow, it's that dangerous?
Really worth the risk.
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected.
But they might
die. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way, but griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. Do what must be done.
I know you will.
Poor Rodrigo, though.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Sheesh. Damn, dude, just chew on some bayabas leaves. Well, let's do it.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go?
Of course.
Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblord like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Bright blue blossoms. Got it. Right then. Again, if you ask me, the tattoo or the brand looks absolutely cool.
If we could get ammonia to grow here in the hideaway.
Sad it's like a symbol of slavery and discrimination. That sucks. Anyways, this is the first time I've ever seen this part. See, look at that.
I've got a few more sets of small clothes that could do with a rinse.
Alright, bring them out. But next time, you can scrub your own stains.
Yan yan. Everyone's doing their own job. You got people doing their laundry. Sheesh. That is awesome. And for those who didn't catch the last stream, Midadol is actually the one who created the filtration system that this hideaway uses, which is why they're able to use this blighted water. That's how brilliant that girl is. Love him. I mean, love her. Love her to bits. Doris, what's up?
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of Cursebreakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Oh no, not me! Please don't.
Coles.
Please
They
don't.
were sent to liberate a carriage of
it's
bearers before they
Coles.
could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins.
Of course,
The
goblins.
Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them.
Oh no.
I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous, but I'm sure they're fine.
Can't say that,
But what if
Clive.
I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. what risks they might take because of the things I've said.
This sucks. No. Y'all know Clive's curse, right? Finding missing people always end up badly for Clive. Not me. Please have someone else search. Fuck. Fine. Let's see. Let's see if we've broken the curse. Fuck.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you,
I
Sid.
hope Cole's okay.
I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Let's go, Torgi. Please be alive. Please break the curse. They're called curse breakers, right? Surely, this mission is gonna break the curse for Clive. Ne! So the ne!
We're lucky that Stolas escaped the Dragon's Eyrie unscathed. Without it, we would never even have known that Cole's team had been attacked.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
It's just one thing after another around here.
Yeah, it's one thing after the other here. Of course. Right
Nick
then.
moved into the storeroom. Made a workshop out of it.
I know, right? Such a precious daughter.
Finally got her way then. I've heard her grumbling about not having a space of her own every time she's visited.
She deserves it, though, for everything she's done for this hideaway. Precious girl. Precious girl.
What do you reckon Mid's going to make next?
Everyone's
A bigger
talking about
water
Mid.
cleaner thingy, maybe. One that can make the whole lake all nice and clear.
That could certainly be profitable, especially as crystals become scarcer and scarcer. Perhaps we should ask what she'd need to build such a thing.
Wow, that's actually fucking true. Damn, dude. Midnilad. Alright, we also got,
What do you want?
grindstone. Ooh, new sword. Let's go.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
The best decision here. Also, we got this. And I think we have no, we need scarletite. Where do we get scarletite? Oh no. Scarletite FF16. Where the fuck do I get this? 그래. What the heck? It comes from a turtle, dude. Oh man. Okay, I'm looking through these side quests. Okay, fuck. We gotta progress with the story for a few more hours in order to unlock Scarletite. Oh well, Papale.
And?
Damn, this sword does not look like a sword at all. It looks more like a keyblade. What is this? It looks so bad. What is that sword, man? Ugly ass sword. Ugly ass keyblade looking sword. Okay. You had something to say about Mid. There you go. Everyone's talking about Mid. I'm so happy.
Summer storm, that one.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Rolls in when you least expect it, soaking you to your skin and leaving you wringing your breeches. Just like her old man. Keeps us on our toes, though. I know, right? You know, there are some Genki energy that exhaust you or saps out all the social energy from you, but there are people with Genki energy that just revitalizes you, you know?
It's all right.
Hard to explain, but
And what can I do for you?
you'll probably encounter a few people like that.
What do you reckon Mid's going to make
It's
next?
irrepressible, the word. That girl doesn't let anything get her down. That's for certain. Yeah, true blue Genki energy.
Quite the opposite.
In fact, she's got a way of making every bugger else get up and dance to her tune.
Like father, like daughter.
I know she got the riz. I'd say it ran in the blood if I didn't know better. Can't wait to see what kind of queer contraption she comes up with next. So long as she doesn't try and rope me into building it for her. I am so happy everyone has nothing but high praises for Min. I'm so proud of her. It's like she's my daughter, dude. I love her so much. Maeve, anything about
You
Min?
look like you could do with a drink.
No, nothing.
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Oh, Maeve knows how to brew a bitter, all right.
Is there sword cosmetics that you can equip different swords, but the thing you carry stays the same? I wish there was a system like that. I really wish we had. Alright.
Tome says he's looking for books about Torgal.
About
I
Torgal.
was born and raised in the north, but no one ever told me about Fenrir the Frost Wolf.
Yes.
My knowledge is yours.
About Mid. Young Mid has always been too clever by half.
From the moment of her very first steps.
She would roam the hideaway, tearing apart everything she laid her little hands upon. Oh, such a precious bean. But it wasn't until she started putting those things back together again that Sid realized his daughter had been blessed with a truly special talent.
And so?
Rather than see it squandered, he swallowed his pride and sent Mid to the university in Canva to study under the Free City's finest mechanist. That was on her 11th name day. Ooh. We have reaped the benefits of her studies ever since. Her inventions are a part of our daily lives here at the Hideaway, even if she herself is not.
As to why she has stayed away,
I would hazard that a part of her is simply afraid. Afraid that coming home will remind her too much of what she has lost. Aww. Oh, man. That's about Ted and Crow.
did you know?
Ted and Crow's parents were both bearers. Having lived so long in a world where so much was denied them, it could not have been easy for them to find love.
But once they had.
Oh, how brilliant did it burn. A love that only burned brighter once Ted and Crow were there to bask in it. To share it.
Until it was taken away.
Plunging the twins into a darkness no man or woman, let alone child, should ever have to face. A pall that will ever hang over us, as long as the man who cast it walks free. Don't worry, I'll fuck up. You go, cool. Got it. We good. Thank you,
Very
mate.
well, Clive.
All right, we're done with accepting the side quest here. It's time to head on out. Okay, it's you and me, Torgal. Hawk's Cry Cliff. Nanny. What's over here? Do no harm. All right, let's go there right now. Don't do anything harsh now.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
There you go. Nice.
Should be enough to keep you infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez mind at ease.
Judgment! Oh wait, where's my judgment bolt? What the fuck? What happened to my judgment bolt? It's gone. Die! Even Clive does that. Come here. Bro, where's my judgment bolt? There you go. Nice. We're dealing with goblins here, right? Hey, Colin! Colin the gang are here. Yay, is everyone okay? Daijobu Days car.
Get me back on my feet. I'll tear those bastards' heads off.
Oh, hey.
Stay still, you damned fool. Unless you want to bleed to death.
Hey, at least everyone's alive for now.
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Sorry, mate.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
Aww.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The Hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Oh no,
Well,
what
I'm here
happened?
now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slavers' carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance.
But why?
I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
I'll fuck
You
them
have
up.
duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Right, onwards then.
When the goblins drove off the slavers' guard, I thought they might be doing us a favor.
Nah, it's okay, dude.
Run
We
like
do
the
that.
wind.
Ayun lang pala, there's the carriage of... It's literally right there, dude. What the... Okay.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Generator! Motor!
Slow.
Maybe my judgment roll was too fucking enough. Keep there!
Fire again! Maruna!
Ay puta no! The judgment bowl is gone. Oh well. The adrenaline rush. Sorry about that.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
It's backing through.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Yes. Gaslight them, Clive.
Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Nice! Works pretty well since we're the only one who has fast travel privilege. Oh no, poor Jacoba! It's fine. Some of those birds are absolute cunts anyway. Doris! My lad. I mean lass.
Sid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left.
Mm-hmm.
If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making
Sad girl yarn.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
Wow, he's back.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause.
That is so nice.
No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a curse breaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Damn, yeah. Cole can actually fast travel too. Damn, dude. Everyone here has fast travel privilege. Ah, good stuff. Breath of Fire, Rise in Flames. Reduces the cooldown by 2.0. Man, I wish we had more accessory slots. Some of these accessories are pretty good.
I didn't mean to doubt my comrades, but I couldn't leave them out there either.
Bakit malungkot ang beshi ko?
I see that. But that doesn't mean I need to care about them any less.
Alright. What do we get, Desiree?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Welcome to the Dire Wolf Jess. What is this? Not long ago, I was accosted by footpads as I walked the gilded path and would have perished alone in the desert had not the Cursebreakers come to my aid. I owe them my life. May this token serve them well. Thank you.
Here you are. Come again.
Dire Wolf Jess. Nandiyan ko rin. What do we have here? Dire Wolf. Increases combo damage by 5%. Wow. No. Fuck that.
All for ya.
Rodriguez, got your weeds.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Here you go.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting.
You know, we should cultivate some
I dare
of
say
those.
the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
Kill them.
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you, which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death.
No.
And even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Taya.
She's literally right there.
Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't.
Fucking true.
Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. not again.
Plus, they'll sign a waiver, right? Man, if ever I continued my medical education, I don't want to be called a doctor anymore. I want to be called a physica. Sounds hella badass.
I'm sorry, I'll let my fear get the better of me. I'm ready to be stronger. For the hideaway. For all of us.
Holy crap. So who did the operation on Tarja?
Bastard who thought to mix branding ink with the foulest poison known to man. Since then, bears have only ever had two choices. Court the crystal's curse in service of their masters, or defy the brand and suffer the wyvern's wrath.
Wow.
Either way, it's an agonizing death.
So who did it? Who removed the curse on Tarja if she was the one? Damn, dude. She must be super talented then if she was able to remove it herself.
Damn the bastard who
Holy
thought to mix
crap,
branding
Tarja
ink.
just built different, guys. God damn. Alright, Vivienne. Lay down the info on me.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
Oh. Right, we're just gonna stand here. This is awkward.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
I guess you say. Someone who knows this hideaway. But who? Could it be Joshua? Is it Joshua? That would be weird though. Ah, it's Uncle Byron! Damn!
It's a pleasure, in hindsight.
How did he find this?
Uncle Byron?
Clive,
Byron,
boy!
Jesus.
Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here.
We don't really have much to offer though. Was probably the boatman. Meanwhile, sorry kana doshita no? Wow. They were quick to make that Empire Imperial Court.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept
Dion.
their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
What the fuck? He didn't do shit.
I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great
You think this little boy was able to do anything?
The crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments.
What? You want us to massacre
The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Whoa, damn.
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
Whoa, okay.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true.
But it is a sacrifice I'm
Yet
willing
for
to
every
take.
citizen who falls, another can be bred.
Jesus Christ.
For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
What a fucking nihilist.
Dion?
Yes, sire.
That is a cool mural, though. What, you're gonna Aerith him? You can't Aerith him.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
Poor Dion, dude. Seems like a really nice guy. But he's conflicted with his
wish,
oath.
Your Radiance. I shall depart at once.
I want to slap her so much. Stupid ass Taylor Swift looking. So.
May Gregor forgive you.
Woo!
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over
Oh
Prince Dion.
no! Of course he would! Of freaking course he would!
Tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
You disappoint him! And you? Fuck you, Oliver! Look at that guy. Look at that kid. Looks like he still sucks on his mother's tits, even at that age. Jesus.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
Oh man. You know what? I hope. Don't spoil me though, but I do hope we could convince Dion to join our side. Joshua's on his way though. Hopefully we get him on our side. Dude, I want Bahamut on our side, bro. I want that mega flare. We got Torgal, we got Garurumon. And if we get Bahamut, we can have I'm not sure what Digimon is, like a dragon Digimon, but you get what I mean, man. Uncle Byron! Oh, how I wish I could be like Uncle Byron, but I'm too introverted to be like
Just
him.
one thing after another around here.
Uncle Byron, give me my New Year money. Pengi ampaw. Uncle Byron. Oh, hey, Gav, what the fuck? Sashibure.
Fuck me. Never thought I'd see the day Lord Byron Rotsfield of the Seven High Houses came to tea.
Don't lose your shit now, Gav. Uncle! What's happening? Yeah, just shut them up today. Okay, they're not gonna say anything. Alright. Uncle!
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow.
Damn.
As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter.
I hope they weren't followed,
Sort the
though.
fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there?
Gab.
There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
Whoa!
2,000?
2,000 coffers. Damn, Uncle Byron gave us more than an ampao.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kopko withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Cool. I do enjoy these lessons. Let's go. Politics!
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast.
Hi.
So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed?
Oh, yeah, that's
Certainly, her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next.
Yeah.
And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts.
Uh-huh.
But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
But why are they working together now? Oh wait, they do have We do have an alliance.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away.
Aye.
Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
Oh.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Yes, Uncle. Yatta! Okay, we have funds, right, Gav?
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear. With a little help from Sid, of course.
Yeah, of course. Anything for my nephew.
Our new leader's no better at resisting her wheedling than the old one was.
Hard to resist. Hard to resist, man. Okay, Gav, what are we doing here? We got 2,000 gold in those chests. How are we spending them? Wait a moment. Before we talk to Otto, I want to check on Karen stuff. Uncle Byron.
Make ready, my boy. We must sally forth.
The Littlins have been up to their old tricks again.
We must sally forth towards the
Who's this
desert.
blue blood? Sid's associates.
Blue blood.
Family, more likely. I heard tell he's highborn.
Alright, Otto.
Otto. Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal.
Why not?
All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Ooh.
Who is she?
Another
An old
waifu?
associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn.
Ooh.
We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Yatta!
What's wrong, Gav?
It's this gold
Damn,
your
Gav
uncle
can
gave us.
have cake.
Are you sure it's all right for us to take it?
My uncle isn't easily refused. Especially where dispersing his wealth is concerned.
But 2,000 talents. I don't even know how much that is in Gil.
It's the price of a quayside mansion in the Crystalline Dominion. He sold one to fund our endeavor.
Wow.
He was hoping to part with it anyway, what with war brewing in the region. And luckily for him, a Sambraquan noble was willing to pay over the odds for a foothold in the Holy Emperor's neighborhood.
But still,
Damn.
2,000 talents.
Just take it, Gav. Jesus.
I mean, is it normal for nobles to give away that kind of money?
It's normal for my uncle.
Good uncle.
Fuck me. Oh, the other half live, eh?
Now that we've got a few gills to rub together, do you think it'd be all right if I splashed out on a few bottles of Lost Wing's finest?
Look at this guy.
Here, leave some for the rest of us, Otto. If he's filling his cellar, I'm filling our larder, starting with a barrel of the best salt-cured
Look at these
northern
guys.
salmon.
Look at this
I'll
guy.
leave you to decide how best to use it. Just Don't spend all at once, all right?
Bro, I will take one chest and give it to Mid. I will fund all her research with this shit. Damn, dude, business is booming for Uncle Byron. He do be doing that. What was that? Forgot the term. Real estate shit.
I heard they call Rosina the Desert Hare on account of how little escapes her ears.
Ooh, interesting.
I've never seen a crate full of gil before, let alone two. Your uncle certainly knows how to make an entrance.
Let's go. Let's not keep Uncle Byron waiting then. Ikuzo.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
To adventure. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, desert music. Let's go. We're now in Sumeru, guys.
I was a young man when last I walked this path.
Fergie.
There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Wait, so... Oh, damn! So Uncle Byron is going to join us? Yeah! Hooray for Uncle Byron! Let's go!
Fetch!
Oh man, I want to see Uncle Byron work that axe. Let's go. He's raring to go. Sheesh. Let's go. Come on, Uncle Byron. Show me what you got. Yeah, let's see. Okay, it's a huge ass desert. Of course, of course.
Faster! Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins.
Mm-hmm.
Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
I mean, it's literally the only fucking fallen ruin here. It should be fine. But anyways.
Thanks, Cal.
Uncle Byron, go! Attack! Use axe attack, Uncle Byron! Oh, come on, Uncle Byron. What did you whiff? Nice roll, Uncle Byron! Nice block, Uncle Byron! Nice hit, Uncle Byron! Go, Uncle Byron. Fuck it up. Fuck that scorpion up. Nice swing, Uncle Byron. Nice roll again, Uncle Byron. Nice combo, Uncle Byron. Nice fight.
All yours, Gogo.
Boink. Uncle Byron, finish him off. Dude, it's all yours for the glory of Rosaria. For the glory of Rosaria, go. Jesus. Definitely. Rosaria's fine. Jesus Christ, Torgal can use Shiva's things now. Damn. Good boy. Good boy. Alright then. That's enough, Uncle Byron.
Good girl.
Look, a bird.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born.
Ah.
You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle.
Was that Ambrosia?
I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Oh, thank you for the tales, Uncle Byron.
Run like the wind.
Look, travelers. Hey. Look, thick face. Dang, he do be going. It ain't despawning. Sheesh.
Be safe.
It's still going.
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
Old
friends of friends, I'd wager. Not that they looked very friendly.
Oh no. Anything here? Yada?
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move?
Yes. I expect that's why there's so many soldiers in town, to deal with any Imperial reprisals.
So we got... Well, this is just a checkpoint then.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Oh, it's a fucking oasis. Look at that. Oh wait, no, not an oasis, but there's another term for it. Forgot. Like an oasis is more of an illusion, right? But something that's actually real is called something else. Oh well. I might be right though. Oh! He smells trouble. In the inn, perhaps. Ooh, black chocobo.
Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them?
Damn, Uncle Byron, you sure about this? You're gonna be branded as a traitor.
Run
for
along
the
and
Seven
play
Knights.
now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
He's not a dog, he's a fine hound. Aw. Poor Torgy. We always have someone in blue to accompany us, huh? There's the Waluders.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
Ooh,
Two bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Your
Would you rather be my squire?
Oh, look at that. Some cheese and prosciutto. Ooh. What is going on here? Yote! She's here! She looks super fine. Can't say the same for Joshua though. Tuberculosis.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
I wonder if the Waluders know that Joshua's here. That guy's an imperialist. Sorry, no. Probably Dalmatian. Man, this waiter is busy.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead's skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Shh! Uncle Byron, what the fuck?
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Ingay kasi ni Uncle Byron.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Oh.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
Are we gonna see a bar fight? Fucking Uncle Byron. Seriously.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Come on. Friend.
What is happening? Jesus Christ, Uncle Byron.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose.
Woo! Let's go!
Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Jesus Christ, Uncle Byron. He's just here to eat popcorn and enjoy some good old ale. Come on, Uncle Byron. You don't want to join in the fun? Of course. Without a moment to lose. Where's my dog? Oh wait, my dog's not here. Shit. Boom! Get over here!
It's over, you
bastard! I love Uncle Byron. In some way, Uncle Byron gave those Waluders a debuff. They were raring to go, You know, they had like rage in their eyes, and then Uncle Byron did something unkempt, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And that gave Clive enough time to give them an old razzle dazzle. Nice. You see that, Uncle Byron? The glory of Rosaria right there. Some good cheese, dude. Oh, hey.
For your trouble.
Good old Uncle Byron.
Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Yep, based Uncle Byron, for sure. Your Grace, your brother's here.
Now's our chance.
Just let him rest.
Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Must really suck to have Ultima in his fucking chest. Huh? Josh was close.
Clive?
Been keeping that phoenix pinion in his chest.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
My boy! He still hates carrots. Oh, nga, no. Oh my goodness, good. Good detail there. Yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. He still hates carrots.
Where are you?
I totally forgot about that detail.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn
Water,
up.
dude. Ooh. Would love to drink some of that. Okay, anything about Joshua Rosefield? Nothing. Nothing about his hatred for carrots. Alright, we good.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
Aww. Look at this place. Here's the Dalmatians.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery.
You
But
know
how
her.
will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Delamel is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
But y'all said none escapes her ears. So she probably already knows we're here. She's just watching in the shadows.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to. Whatever this emergency is, they've shut down the whole mine for it.
Nice. Have I played Monster Hunter? Yes, of course, of course. Look at this sexy merchant. Hello.
Anything I can interest you in?
Nothing. Reduces cooldown time by 5 seconds. Bro, I'll take it.
An excellent choice.
Thank you. What else?
Crystal delivery's over. Get back to your homes.
But I didn't get one.
Where's my crystals?
For Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you? I was a fool to waste good coin on you.
Ugh. All the same here, huh? Of course this game has been out.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greens.
I named my price. If you can't pay it, that's your problem.
That is fucking true though.
It's all
Oh,
the
well,
fault
what's
of
all
this
this
blasted
then?
war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire, they flat out refuse to do business with you.
Sorry, I'm just trying to immerse myself here. Ooh. Uncle Byron, can I come and play? Oh, sorry about that, Torgal. You want to play Torgal? We can play. Yeah, sure, Torgal.
All right, boy.
Hey. Oh.
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard?
You're what now?
I'd be happy to show you, provided I can afford it.
Do you hear this shit, Torgal? Do ya? Man, dude. They're all the same in whatever continent. Nope, can't bug check there. Definitely can't.
Just look at the detail, the craftsmanship. Family heirloom.
Nope. You're still hesitating to play this game after trying out the demo. Dude, what? The demo should have been enough.
Bath to soothe the aches and pains of the road.
A hot bath in a desert. Meh.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Kupka, who stands ready to crush any threat that might face us.
Look, Father, hot water. But where are the bearers who heated it?
It wasn't heated by magic. It comes out of the ground like this.
Natural onsen. Okay. See? Love it. Love the lore of the land. Alright. Guess it's time for us to begin our quest.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Yes, it is. Fishing. Damn. Noctis would be livid to see that sea bass over there. Shit. Never know what these places are hiding. See? Hey, boom! Ah, fuck, it's just goblin coin.
Fight it for Gilbert's sake.
All right then.
Anything I can help you with, travelers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Ooh.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Guess not.
1,000 gil for a meal. Dalamil is famous for its spas, its markets, and its smithies. Somebody at one of those might be.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
Damn, she has
I
nice
won't keep you
eyes.
long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know
No
her?
beating on.
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question.
Oh, she is busy.
If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Don't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort.
Who knows?
Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
I mean, it could be a relative, a child of Rosanna. Who freaking knows, dude? For all we care, this could be Rosanna right here.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream.
It's a nice looking water.
Before the canyons were lost to beasts and bandits. When I was a girl, I would wave to the boatmen as they set off on their long journey, and they would throw me sweetmeats in return. Such happy times.
Sweetmeats, huh? Okay. Oh wait, we haven't been to the second floor yet. Let me just have a look, see.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Cook's trough is when they want to lord it over us.
Mm-hmm. What? He was using a crystal there. What the fuck was that? Oh, he lit up a cigar. Okay. Genuine cactuar needles imported from across the sea. Just one prick and your little sparrow will sing. What? My little what? Your little sparrow will sing? What is a sparrow in this context, eh? You know what? We haven't seen a cactuar yet. I would love to see one.
I need a drink.
There you go, a courtesan. I guess we now know what a
Let me
cactuar needle
treat
can
you.
do.
I'm pretty flush these days.
Are you now?
You don't like that, tall girl, do ya? Oh, there you go. I do wish we get a chance to do battle with a cactuar. In exchange for one great sword forged to the specification here under Red Rooster Trading will pay the sum of 1,000 gil, no less than 8 hands in length, weighted pommel, briar clam inlay, serrated edge suited for cutting bone. Bet my boy Blackthorn can do even
The
better.
finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the breadth of the Twins and beyond.
Nice.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Give it. Once you go flat. Once you go flat, what? Once you go flat, what? You can never get fat? Wait, what? Is this it?
Look, Father.
Speak with the villagers.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters.
Wait, chotto mattete. Who are we looking for here? Oh, the fisherman.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask Furder. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Okay.
Thank you kindly.
All right, time for our onsen episode.
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Onsen episode.
Excuse me. Are you Furder?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert
We
hare?
got her.
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Oh, that easy? Okay.
I know who you're looking for. Go to the bordello and wait.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
Could be a trap.
So
Yep.
you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Uncle, you want to fight this one? There you go. Sick boy. Sick boy. Or don't kill. These guys are just doing their job. Torgal, sick boy. Nice one, Uncle. Finish him. Finish him now. Nice, Torgal. Finish him off, Uncle. Go, go, go. Do it, Uncle. Do it. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Uncle, do it. Nice, Uncle. Putang ina, Uncle. You're not doing anything. Second boy. There you go. Yatta. You guys were lucky we didn't come here to kill you.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent For an outlaw?
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Cool.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
To the Lock of Leisure. To the Lock of Pleasure. Leisure. Okay.
Plates and pots!
Hey, to those who just came by the stream, what up?
Needed to a silken
Juiciest meat. Yes, they're my carpets.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Oh.
So it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sin last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it.
So we don't have a new waifu to add? Oh.
Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity?
I don't know.
Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing.
That is fucking true, though.
And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
Hush now, Uncle.
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
Now we're talking.
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want.
Yeah,
always.
Just go. Get to your point, dude.
Fine.
What do you want?
So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
Trouble in Dalamil? What do you mean?
Trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Yeah, you tell
Manners,
Uncle Byron.
Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
What?
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play.
Whoa.
Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Uncle Byron is me.
We're the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
I cannot handle kids, man. These Gen Zs, bro.
He's not sick.
They play too much.
What? Are you calling Master Lubor a liar?
The misfortune Dalamil finds herself in is of a crystalline nature.
Mm-hmm.
So do be discreet in your inquiries.
Okay, then. What is this? Do we have some kind of cocaine problem of crystalline nature? Are people addicted to crystals or something? What is happening? For the best drop in Dalamil, visit the final sting. Whew. Okay, start with this guy. Hello there, merchant.
Excuse
what trouble brews here?
Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves.
Oh.
Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves.
Ooh.
Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Well, why though?
There's cartloads of crystal coming out of Drake's Fang every day.
Oh.
Meanwhile, we're all having to get by with half-spent shards. Someone's siphoning it off.
Probably to heal Kupka. He probably needs a whole chuck ton of ether just to fix his hands, man. Damn, dude. Clive, you gave them a lot of trouble.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Clive is so courteous.
A word of advice, traveller. You see pots like this around town, you leave them alone. Unlike where you come from, fresh water's in short supply around these parts. We store what little rainwater we get in these pots for, well, not a rainy day, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Understood. Uncle!
For what? Information, my good man. Now, listen carefully.
Money talks from Uncle Byron, huh? Okay.
Night meat and
Fresh
dark.
bread, warm from the oven.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me.
Horse!
Well, what can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
Not this sword.
I'm not a soldier.
Oh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
Damn, okay.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Take a sniff, good sir.
My carpet!
What was all that crashing?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture.
And we paid
What
for
do
it,
you want?
okay?
Haven't
Sorry
we
for
caused
the
enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
He's upstairs, but what? But what?
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace. I told the guard those soldiers started it. Don't need any more trouble.
Thank you. Uncle. Oh no. Uncle. This is the courtesan's place. Are you having fun with the locals here, Uncle Byron? Oh no.
Huh?
Oh no. The man of a rock. Could it be? Bribing them?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement.
But
not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Uncle Byron's doing the easier route, you know? You have money, money talks. Or at least makes people talk. So what happened then? That was it? Did you get any information or were you scammed?
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so.
Oh,
a small
crafty.
price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face.
It's all about pride, huh? Okay.
I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
Let's go
trust
then.
I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course, of course.
Of course.
Let me treat you.
Wait, what the heck? Way over here. God damn, alright. Gotta do some traveling.
I need to...
Byron hates children, doesn't he? I wouldn't say that. He just hates pompous little shit. That's what. Any tips on Sekiro? Get good. That's it. Just get good. Like how I did it. How the fuck do we... Oh, alright.
Light it for Gilbert's sake.
Hanging lanterns, keep... Just look!
Just look at the what?
Do you think they'll be back soon? I need a new dress.
If they pay anything like last time, you'll be able to buy a whole new wardrobe.
Damn, business is booming. For these OnlyFans girls. Right. Here goes all. Ambrosia. What's over here? Hello there, mates. What's going on here? They closed off the mines.
Turn around, friend. There's nothing back there but a pack of bloodthirsty.
Okay. It's a freaking cliff. So this is the spot, eh?
I'll take it from here.
All yours, uncle. Wow, that's a lot of crystals. Business is booming.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Wow. A lot of blue stuff.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
Ooh, the
And we have
Waluders.
no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Walud, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Oh.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
Jesus Christ, Byron!
So it would seem. My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Let's go, Uncle Byron! Wait, I wanted to do the thing. Wait, no. What? Nice toe! Otto?
Over yet, Uncle. Good. I'm just getting warmed up. It's over.
Who the fuck keeps curing? Oh, tangina nyo. Are you the guy? Tangina ka. Come here. Either shit. Die! Who else? Nice one! Oh my goodness. Ooh, Peco Pecos. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Yes, you did.
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
That's my Uncle
This was the
Byron.
trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
That's it. So the crystals wasn't for Kupka. They were just monopolizing it, capitalizing
It
on
occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
the problem.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades.
Nice.
And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Nice.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the... Ugh!
It's fine, it's cool.
Here, wear this.
Another pin. Nice.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Can you not? Clive is just collecting those pins.
Omia Lostelan. Tuisa Gelith.
So the owls are called Stolas. Cool, cool.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Cool.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Yatta! Dekimashita. What now? Of course, side quest in the desert. Might as well then.
Clive. You and I
have more in common than you might think. Not only are we both masters of the blade and devilishly handsome to boot, but we are both the second people to bear our respective names. Ah, naruhodo na. So you weren't the Cid that was in cahoots with our previous Cid. Okay.
What?
You don't think Rosanna Dalimil was my own invention, did you? It was the name of my master. I inherited from her along with her title and her smithy. What happened to her? Ensuring that her name lived on was the least I could do after all she did for me. She plucked me from the streets and put my less than nimble fingers to work making blades instead of trouble.
Alas.
She was to leave my life as suddenly and unexpectedly as she had entered it. I swore to follow in her footsteps, that I might change others' lives as she had mine. That is why I keep her forge alive, why I play the Desert Hare, why I care for the orphans of Dalimil. Indeed, I had thought my obligations to Renz and Drika to be my most pressing concern. That is until the infamous Cid made a surprise reappearance. Rather muddied the waters.
Still?
I suppose there's enough of me to go around, but do forgive me if the Desert Hare isn't always at your beck and call, won't ya? Okay, how about the Dalimil Inn?
Ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy.
A veritable oasis. Oh, I was right, it was an oasis. With clear running water. So the illusion is actually called a mirage. My bad. And natural hot springs. I don't doubt that people have been gathering here since long before the founding of the Republic. Since it was founded, they've been gathering in even greater numbers to serve the needs of the miners who work Drake's Fang and the soldiers who guard it. And serve them they did, lining their coffers far from the prying eyes and grasping fingers of the Republican excisemen. Not that edicts from Randella carry much weight in these parts. Dalimil has long been something of a law unto itself. Here, those with the most money or the most friends make the rules.
At least they did.
Until Kupka built that castle of his at the heart of the Mother Crystal. Dalimil has been Titan's fiefdom since then. And while his men may be liberal with their coin, they are anything but in the exercising of their authority, which, as I'm sure I don't need to tell you, is absolute.
So,
you see why those with the people's best interests at heart took it upon themselves to organize their own protection. My predecessor chief among them. Okay, about the crystal trade.
How very fitting.
That the noble soldiers of Dalmekia and Walud, partners in Dalmek and Walud, partners in arms on so many battlefields, should also become partners in crime. Still, the merchants of Dalimil will be relieved to see them brought to justice. Many have been driven almost to ruin for want of crystal. I'm sure they would all be rushing to thank you for your service that you have done them. If, of course, they had any idea what you have done.
Of course.
As long as we remain reliant on the power of the crystals, we leave ourselves open to such exploitation. But people are such greedy, needy creatures.
There's simply no other way.
Clive, you must bring down each and every mother crystal in the twins, and put an end to the people's thoughtless dependence upon them. Do try not to disappoint me. Alright.
Farewell now.
Okay, so I'm gonna do and finish all of these side quests first, and then we're gonna go back to, I don't know. I think I'll just finish the side quest and that's it. Yes.
I hear you and the master are working together now. Glad to have you on board.
Right then.
Forged a butter knife before.
What's all this then?
Perhaps
Sava.
Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about.
I don't know. I'm not a Dalamillion.
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
Jesus, what do you want? What do you need?
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before.
So what is
and
your
then there's this little
specialty?
riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right.
What exactly am I supposed to ask him, though?
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Hey, okay. This is a weird side quest.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
Okay. While we're at it, I will go here in hot water.
Is it true what I'm...
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Hello.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something,
kinda.
I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge.
True.
Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
You need a Japanese knife for that one. I do love me a sharp and durable
Put a knife
knife.
with an edge like Odin's razor in my hand, and I'll make short work of any carcass.
Holy crap, okay. That's a tall order, but okay. Valid.
Made from the stoutest ship.
Might as well do this as well.
Baths are, closed for scrubbing. Please bear with us a little longer.
Everything I've worked for. Ruined.
Why? Is you're all out of crystals? Is that it?
All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
You all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalamil wouldn't be enough to cool it.
Holy crap.
I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
Okay.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
Jesus.
In all my years tending the baths, I've never known anything like this to happen. Please, find out what's gone wrong.
It's gone scalding hot, eh? Alright.
Silver platters.
Actually heard or learned a lot about how bathhouses are.
I'll be asking for you again.
What?
Then see that you stay a little longer next time.
A lot of bathhouses in Japan are regulated manually so that it stays at a certain temperature. It's super nice.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of gazelle.
Measly bunch of gisai
Can't
greens.
even fill up.
They've opened the gate.
Wow.
Lubor
why
was
not?
true to his word.
That's nice.
You're a friend of Lubor's, aren't you? Everyone's getting their crystals now, if that's what you're worried about. So, let's leave it there, shall we? No sense making a mountain out of a molehill. Not now the vermin are gone.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt.
True.
Your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So sharp and durable.
A carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation.
That is walking through.
Let's hope Sever had better luck than I did.
Can't you see I'm busy? Unless you'd like a closer.
Oh, okay. From here, I can see the problem. Why the baths are scalding hot. There's a bomb party going on over there. Holy shit. Okay. Let's join it then. Let's turn up the heat even more, shall we?
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
I've got a crystal. So long as we stay out of the Deadlands, we'll be all right.
Good for you.
What do you want? Directions? Either take this road to the Fang.
Piss off.
I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang.
You can't just say that, Clive.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. My man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days.
Oh no.
I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Hey, alright. Good, good.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
In a
Come
bit.
on, girl. The gate's open now. We can press on. Don't tell me you put down roots.
Cute. Alright then, how the heck are we supposed to go there? Ooh. Okay. We're in the salt flats now.
Fly, Ambrosia.
This road's pretty nice.
How do? Trader, are you? Seeking your fortune down in the golden sands of Dalamil? From mercantile stock myself, as it happens. You'd never guess, I was born just down the road in Dravost. And like me old ma and pa, I've been wandering the world hunting Gilbard's blessing ever since. Reckon I might have found it, too. You've heard about the famous healing waters they got round these parts, right? Well, I'm thinking if I can find a little pool of my own, dress it up a bit, lay on drinks and fancies and whatnot, I'd have a license to mint Gil. Soothing your aches and pains with a grape in your gob and a glass in your hand. There's nothing people wouldn't pay.
You know, that sounds really, really freaking nice. But you know what? Keep dreaming, buddy. Hope you make it.
What the hell are those things?
Bombs. That's what. So this is the source of their hot water. Huh. Alright then. Where do we pass? Hope we don't run into trouble on the way. There's the mines.
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs. You'll turn back if you know what's good for you.
Nah. We're here to turn up the heat. And that. Thank you. Ooh. Bomb party. Hey, wait. No, it's not a bomb party. Is it? I think it is. Let's see.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
Yup, that's a lot. That's a lot of bombs. Stop it. Oh god, it's gonna blow, it's gonna bomb! It's about to bomb! Eat it, eat it!
Frying pan.
Oh boy. Oh boy, ouchies. Ite! Putang ina kayo. Bath bomb. Really, that's what they're called.
To me, flames!
I can't reach him from here. Eee! That was nasty. Good AP though.
Let's cool things down a bit.
Takes care of
Let's hope it's enough
that.
to keep the baths from boiling.
Alright, we Gucci. We return. Oh, my bad. Go back here. Report back to the apprentice.
Well,
and the
this
bathhouse
is no
owner, and we should be good.
I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But
it's not over yet.
Maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favorite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Worth a try. Wait, was that it? Did we finish? No, we haven't. What the heck?
The finest fabric.
Take a sniff, good sir.
And here I thought we were gonna be done.
Made from the stout. There he is. The man who saved my business.
Hell yeah.
I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
Bombs.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
You know, what if those bombs were the reason why the water was being boiled in the first place? What if the only reason why they have an onsen or hot water is because of those bombs and we killed every freaking bomb there? Maybe we're the reason why they're gonna go out of business soon. Oh no. Oh, Scarletite! We needed this! Finally, we can make that belt. Good stuff.
It's just as well I sent you to the terraces in my stead. It sounds like I'd have been burnt to a crisp.
The, scrubbing is almost finished.
Yes, scrubbing.
What?
Alright then. Off we go to the middle of the desert. Shit. Right, hopefully, this will be the last.
Well, this is no good. Is it true what I'm...
Off we go then. Holy crap, we're about to die.
Faster!
Yosha!
Straight home now. Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use.
That is true.
He would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Fuck, we're going back there? Ah!
Right you are. I'll see you shortly.
Mendoxa! We just came by there!
Or just throw it in the furnace.
Oh man, this is gonna suck. Okay, it's not that far. That's good, that's good, that's good. Okay. Good. When they said terraces, I thought we were gonna go back to where the bathhouse bombs were.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
So, don't worry guys, we're almost done. I know some of you guys are sleepy. It's already 2:30 a.m.
from the stoutest.
of the bloody morning.
Sweet incense.
And some of you all need sleep. Same
We should
here.
get going soon.
There you go, limestones. Collect the limestones, Clive. Stop jumping. There you go. There's more here. There you go. Boom. Nice.
One rock looks a lot like another. Hopefully this is what Sava needs.
For all our sake, please.
This is no good.
Here you are.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
Grows in the restorative hot springs in the Dalamil and dried and milled to fine powder. It can be added to molten iron to purge the metals of impurities. Good.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for.
Good luck. That doesn't look like...
That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
Looks like a fucking
It's a
spearhead.
fine-looking blade.
No, it's not. It looks ugly.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue.
Form over
And
function,
just
I
as
guess.
well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
look like
it's
something.
heavy. Heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava: know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
Know your customer. Damn, okay.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalimil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
I'll hold you to that promise. Oh my god, we did it! Shit! Well, it's kinda mendokse for only 1 goblin coin. Ugh.
Thank you, Clive. I honestly don't think I could have done it without all your help.
You know what? All this running around the desert has made me very wary. I need me a visit to my girl Mid. I miss her. I need my dose of Mid.
I do believe I did our house proud back there in Dalimil.
Wow.
I even suffered your new friend's slights with dignity.
Heh. Doesn't mind going back to the hideaway. Good. Oh, Nectar, do you have a new hunting monster for us? Yes, we do! A hill to die on. Among Republican merchants, reports about the caravans being crushed by a black bolter. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that some other time. It's gonna be our warm-up for next stream. Daria!
Jill's staying here, and that's that. I should have never let her go with you to Rosalith.
That is fucking true. Jill, are you still here? You doing fine?
I'm fine, Clive. Really.
Okay, then. That's all I needed to know. Goodbye. Mid! My dear daughter, Mid. Anything new for us?
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
That's it? Jesus. Alright, lads. That is it. We managed to clear up the mess in Dalimil. All that's left is to get Kupka's head. Because apparently his hands wasn't enough. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very, very late stream. Oh, by the way, YouTube peeps, thank you so much for the support in this series. We'll see you in the next one, yeah? Alright.